It is homecoming here at Elmhurst, Illinois. Elmhurst College, you're looking at Langhorse Field. Welcome to today's game between the Blue Jays of Elmhurst College and the Vikings of Augustana College. I am Jeff Torzeski for BlueJayTV.com, and perfect homecoming day here. Not too many clouds we can see. Temperature is good, unlike last week, and we are ready for kickoff. Vikings this year coming into the game 0-4, dropped one last week at home. And the Blue Jays also lost one last week at home as well to Wheaton. 40-15 was the final. A little deceiving score there a little bit with how the Jays played, especially defensively. A really good job for about 3.5 quarters before Wheaton kind of took care of the game late with a couple long runs. But defensively, Elmhurst will be looking to avenge last week's numbers. They have a injury bug bit them a little bit with Brandon Dominski. Starting middle linebacker is out, and Storm Miller will be starting at the middle linebacker spot for the Blue Jays. Augustana won the toss. They elected to defer. So kicking off for the Vikings will be number 20, Jacob Stiltz. Back deep for the Blue Jays is number 83, Jawan Gaines. Gaines very electric on the return game, also starting a wide receiver for Elmhurst. And we are about ready for kickoff here for homecoming 2017. The parking lot was about as full as it possibly could be for the pregame festivities, and should be a good crowd on hand. Augustana always travels well. Their full stands over on their side, and we are about ready for kickoff here. Stitz again back deep, kicking off for the Vikings, and Gaines back deep. And we are underway. Pooch kick high in the air, kicking away from Gaines. And it looks like Ben Holloway gets the ball on the return and gets a decent return up the Augustana sidelines. And he gets marked out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. So the Blue Jay offense will be coming onto the field, led by junior quarterback Orlando Hernandez. You'll see mostly a spread look here from the Jays coming out of the gate here. And Ben Holloway, the junior running back, will be in the backfield for the Jays. 1st and 10, ball placed at the 35-yard line of Elmhurst. Two wide receivers to the right side here. Hernandez in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Zone play there. Hernandez keeps it and gets about 11 and a first down on the first play of the game for the Jays. Zach Stewart in on the stop there for the Vikings. So an 11-yard gain on first down there, and another first down coming up for the Jays. You're going to see a ton of inside zone read and some quarterback keepers all day if you are familiar with the Elmhurst offense. 1st and 10 again. Two receivers here to the bottom of the screen. Hernandez in the gun. Give off goes to Holloway over to the right side, and he gets stopped for about a gain there before he's wrapped up. Nice, and Haxby in on the stop there for Augustana. No gain on the play there, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Tempo-wise, the Jays typically huddle up, and you won't see too much, especially early on in the game here for Elmhurst, too much of a up-tempo. They do huddle, and they take their time a little bit more with the play calling. Trips to the left, tight end to the left. That's Matt Brockman here on 2nd, and we'll call it 9. Give off to the left side to Holloway, and he's got speed past the 35 and down to the 30-yard line. And another first down for Elmhurst on about a 20-yard gain there by Ben Holloway. So ball's on the 32-yard line. Left hash here for the Jays. 1st and 10 coming up. Capel in on the stop there for Augustana. Tight end trips to the right here. You got Derek Jones in the slot. Jacob Mamosier outside here on the bottom of the screen for the Jays. Quarterback Hernandez keeps it on 1st and 10. He's got room up the left sideline. He's got one guy to beat. Fumbles the ball, but he gets marked out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. And it'll be 1st and goal for the Jays. Good drive so far for Elmhurst running the ball. Pretty much the Holloway and Hernandez show so far here. 1st and goal for the Jays. So you see last couple weeks here between this game so far and last week against Wheaton, the ability to move the ball in the first series kind of setting the tone here offensively so far for Elmhurst. Tight end to the left, Wider's 2 receivers to the right here on 1st and goal. Holloway to the left of Hernandez. 3-step, there's a pass complete to Hassan Austin for the Elmhurst touchdown. Great start by Elmhurst on the offense. Hernandez, a 5-yard pass to Hassan Austin, and it's 6-0 Blue Jays. We saw the same exact route there that Elmhurst scored on the first drive last week. The quick little 3-step slant there to Hassan Austin, and they're going to do the swinging gate again here. See if Augie watched the film and picked up on it. Looks like they got enough guys to cover the quarterback to Haney there, and Elmhurst will come in for the extra point. Blake Bailey on to attempt the extra point for the Jays. Snap's good, placement good, kick is good. Timeout on the field with 12:32 to go in the first quarter. Elmhurst gets on the board on the first drive of the game. It's 7-0. So you're going to see a heavy dose of Ben Holloway, but you're also going to see a heavy dose of Hernandez keeping the ball. Not too much so far on the draws, but definitely on the zone reads. You're going to see Hernandez come off that off the outside edge there quite a bit, and that first drive definitely showed they were able to attack the Augustana defense. Augustana, though, coming in offensively, they'll do a lot like Wheaton did last week. They're going to run a couple different quarterbacks. You're going to see Luke Blyer, the starting quarterback, a 6'2 junior. He's from Springfield, went to Williamsville High School. But then also freshman, number 13, Alec Jacobs, comes in and does a lot of the inside zone read stuff as well. And he can scramble a little bit, and they'll use both quarterbacks. Again, Jacobs, a freshman from Rock Island. (12:32) first quarter. Elmhurst up 7-0. Blake Bailey on to kick off here for the Blue Jays. Looks like Ethan Jennings back deep. Correction. That's Trevon Aldridge. Aldridge up to about the 27-yard line, lost the ball, but he was called down by contact. Mike Dickin in on the stop for the Jays, so Augustana will have the ball 1st and 10. Again, you're seeing the first career start for freshman Storm Miller in the middle of the field there for the Blue Jays. Miller, freshman from Mason, Michigan. Augie lining up here, trips to the far side, 1st and 10. Give off to the running back. And that's number 34, Ryan Petra, on the carry there for the Vikings. Petra, the feature back for Augustana. 5'10", 195 junior from Geneseo, Illinois. 7-yard gain there on first down. 2nd down and 3 for Augustana. Pistol formation, give off again to Petra on the left side. And he stood up there by a wall of Blue Jays, and looks like he got about a gain of a yard. 3rd down and short coming up here for Augustana. 2-yard gain, they're going to call it. So, yes, 3rd down and 1 here for Augustana. Trips to the far side. It looks like they'll be in the pistol again here. Quarterback number 9, Luke Blyer. Petra lines up to the right of him here on 3rd down. Snap to Petra. He's going to drop back and throw here. Good rush coming on by the Elmhurst defense. Petra gets rid of it, and it looks like that was going to be called incomplete. That was right on the line there of being a forward pass or a lateral. They call it dead. It's incomplete. It's 4th down, and Augie's going to come on to punt. Handling the punting duties for Augustana is going to be number 98, Alex Bryan. Bryan's a freshman punter from Kewanee, Illinois. Juwan Gaines back deep for the Jays. Shield punt look here by Augustana, which is basically becoming the norm here in college football. You see a lot of schools using that. And he's going to fake it. Great execution there by Augustana. Elmhurst bailed, was setting up definitely a return there to get the ball in the hands of Gaines. Nobody there to cover it up, and Alex Bryan runs for a 1st down into Elmhurst territory, so it'll be Augustana 1st and 10 from the Elmhurst 49-yard line. Ron Plan's on the sideline right now, not too happy with that execution there on the special teams unit. Somebody forgot their execution there on the, trying to stay closer to the box. And Augie gets the ball 1st and 10. Give away to Petra, and he is stood up immediately at the line of scrimmage by Joe Nixon. Nixon is having a good season so far defensively for the Blue Jays, as he is 5th on the team with 23 tackles. They go right away here, give off to Petra again, and he'll get, actually that was a keeper with the quarterback there, up to the Elmhurst 45-yard line. And that's the first look at that freshman quarterback, number 13, Alec Jacobs. He'll come in and do some zone read and also some, not Wildcat-specific stuff, but more quarterback draws. You'll see when 13's in the game there for Augustana. 3rd down, about 7 to go here for Augustana. Tight end goes in motion, and we got a jump on the far side of the field, and we're going to get an illegal procedure. And it's going to be about a 3rd and 11 now for Augustana.
5-yard penalties, 3rd down.
Kyle Copeland, the guilty player there on the false start. So 3rd and 11 coming up for Augustana. They tempo a little bit faster offensively than Elmhurst here, so they get up to the line of scrimmage right away, get the play call from the sideline, and they're ready to go here on 3rd and 11. Trips formation to the near side. And it looks like we got a jump, but they got back in time, but Petra's pass is complete. He gets down to the 25-yard line before he's taken down by Tyler Hossman. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Blyer in the game for Augustana and at quarterback. Petra is going to come out, and he's going to be replaced by number 15, Bobby Jaros. 1st and 10, Augustana. Ball on the 26-yard line. Tight end goes in motion. Pass complete. That is Jaros in his first play of the game, and he gets over to the right side. Past the 1st down stick inside the 10-yard line. And we do have a penalty flag on the play on the near side. And it looks like we're coming back here with a false start call on Augustana. Illegal formation is the call. It'll be 1st and 15 now for the Vikings at the 31-yard line. Alec Jacobs enters the game again for the Vikings. 1st and 15, 9:06 to go here in the first quarter. Elmhurst 7, Augustana nothing here on homecoming at Langhorse Field. Tight end trips to the right, and we got a jump there on Augustana, and it's going to soon all of a sudden be 1st down and 20.
False start, offense number 58, 5-yard penalty.
The guilty party on that, number 58, Andrew Anderson, 6'4", 260-pound offensive lineman from Marengo. Ball on the 36-yard line now. It's 1st and 20 for the Vikings. Jacobs in the game for the Vikings at quarterback. And he's going to keep it up the middle. And he's going to get down to about the 24-yard line. So he picks up a good chunk of that penalty yardage, and it's going to be 2nd down and about 7 for the Vikings. Jacobs still in the game here. 2 running backs in the backfield for the Vikings here on 2nd and 7. Quarterback's going to keep it there, and Nixon had a chance to wrap him up, but Jacobs gets down closer to the 1st down stick. He's going to be about 1.5 yards short, and it's going to be 3rd and 2. Third and a good 2 here for Augustana. Two running backs still in the game here for the Vikings on 3rd down. Jacobs in at quarterback. 3rd and 2 here from the 18-yard line. Jacobs pulls, passes it, and that is complete to Petra on the right sideline, and he's down to the 7-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and goal for the Vikings coming up. Good play call there. You're anticipating some sort of zone run there by the quarterback and play action, and gets the running back out of the backfield, and now it's 1st and goal for the Vikings. So both offenses showing their ability to move the ball here early in the game. 7:15 to go here, 1st quarter. 7-0 Elmhurst, but Augustana is moving inside the red zone. Jacobs, he's going to keep it. Goes over to the right side, makes a move, and gets close to about the 5-yard line before he's taken out of bounds by a gaggle of Blue Jays, and it's going to be 2nd down and goal from about the 5. Jacobs in the pistol. Blyer the running back here on 2nd and goal. And untouched into the end zone for the Augustana touchdown is number 13, Alec Jacobs. So with a good drive there by Elmhurst, Augustana counters with a good drive of their own, and they are an extra point away from tying this game up. On a good quarterback run there by the freshman, number 13, Alex Jacobs. Stitz for the extra point here for the Vikings. Snap good, placement good, and the kick by Stitz is through. And with 6:38 to go here, 1st quarter, we got a tie ball game at Langhorse Field. Elmhurst 7, Augustana 7. So it could be a tale of another couple of quarterbacks here with Hernandez for Elmhurst and Blyer and Jacobs for Augustana. The bulk of the carries you're seeing from both teams so far are coming from the quarterbacks. And that's kind of what you're seeing with the spread offenses here by Augustana and Elmhurst. Again, temperature-wise, a little closer to 70 degrees today coming from Elmhurst as opposed to last week's over 100-degree on-field temperature, so there will be no CCIW heat protocols, which probably not only for us up in the booth is a pleasure to have, but also down on the field it's going to be a little bit easier for those players to, not have to worry about cramps or anything like that, and more of a fall day here in Elmhurst. So Stitz to kick off here for the Vikings. Gaines back deep, as well as Ben Holloway, Derek Jones, and Chris Ivers in the middle there for the Blue Jays.
Stitz to kick it away for the Vikings. Gaines back deep.
And Stitz on the approach, and here we go. Another short kick. It looks like Holloway's going to get it right at about the 15-yard line. Good setup on the return here. He's got room up to about the 30. before he's taken down by number 88, Alex Panning. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Jays on their second drive of the afternoon.
Starting 1st and 10 at their 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30, left hash, 1st and 10. Hassan Austin to the far side by himself. Matt Brockman, the tight end, on the right side, as well as Derek Jones and Jacob Mamager. Holloway's the running back to the right of Hernandez here on 1st and 10. Hernandez splits out Holloway, and he's got the ball. Makes one guy miss before he's taken down right at the line of scrimmage and tackled there by number 33, Devin Haxby. So they're going to call it a 1-yard loss. It's going to be 2nd down and 11 from the 29. Two wide receivers to the far side. Brockman, the tight end, on the near side. Holloway, the running back, to the right of Hernandez. Hernandez drops, looks, gives the ball off to Holloway on the near side, and he's taken out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. He's taken out by number 27, Zach Stewart. Gets a little bit of the yardage back at about a gain of 3-4 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down now for the Jays. 3rd and 8, we'll call it. 5:44 and counting to go here in the first quarter. 7-7 the score. Langhorse Field, Elmhurst homecoming. Third and 8 here. Two wide receivers to the far side. That's Austin and Jones. Mamager to the near side with Brockman at tight end. Hernandez back to pass. Evades the rush. Gets the ball to Brockman over the middle. And he's taken down at the 37-yard line. And it'll be 4th down for the Jays, and the punting unit comes on as a good defensive stand there by Augustana. Forces the Jays to punt. And punting will be Mateo Casanova. Devin Haxby back deep for Augustana. And he's sitting at about the 30-yard line. And the punt by Casanova is end over end. Drops at about the 36, 37-yard line. So Augustana will have good field position as they start their second possession. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings at the 37-yard line. So Elmhurst coming into the game again with a 1-3 record after last week's defeat to the Wheaton Thunder. Augustana again 0-4, 0-2 in the CCIW, but a tough stretch of games to start out the season. Starting with perennial Eastern power, Cortland State. The Dragons are typically a top 25 team and frequently make the NCAA tournament. First and 10. The keep was Jacobs, and it looked like he was going to give it to the running back there on the far side, but went the wrong way, and he ended up keeping it. So a loss of 2 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 12. Jacobs still in the game there for the Vikings, and Petra is the running back here on 2nd down and about 12. Trips to the far side, H-back, as well as 2 split receivers as the H-back goes in motion. Play action pass there, and it is knocked out by Vic Ogabor. Coverage was there by Ogabor on Hennessy, and that was a really good play by Ogabor to break on that ball underneath and knock it out. And that was a kind of a mirror of last week. Ogabor had a great game defensively for Elmhurst last week and comes up with another big play. Big 3rd down here coming up for the Elmhurst defense. 3rd and 13. Trips to the far side for the Vikings. And Blyer is back in at quarterback on 3rd down in this passing situation. Blyer looks, and he is wrapped up. Great play there by number 41, LeVar Little, in the sack, and it forces Augustana to punt. And he went up the middle unattested there. A great job by LeVar Little. And it is 4th and a long 20 here now for Augustana. Alex Bryan, the punter here. Probably see a little bit better coverage here towards the line of scrimmage by Elmhurst to evade any fake opportunities here. Gains back deep at about his 35-yard line for Elmhurst. Bryan gets the snap, punts this one off right away, and it's a really nice punt. Gaines catches it at the 25. Not a lot of room to run. Tries to shake one guy off, and he is taken down inside the 15. What a great punt, though, by Alex Bryan, pinning Elmhurst inside their own 20-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Jays. Ball just outside the 15-yard line. So a quick 3-and-out there by the Elmhurst defense. Gives Elmhurst offense a long field to work with here. 2:58 to go. First quarter, 7-7 the score from Langhorse Field. I want to thank you again for watching on BlueJayTV.com. I'm Jeff Torzeski in the booth here at Langhorse Field. Whistle there by the head linesman as the Jays have called a timeout. So a little confusion up in the press box, what it sounds like on the Elmhurst side of the press box with the play call, which forced the timeout.
The concession stands are located at the lower level of the Langhorst press box. Men's basketball team is operating the grills.
Talk a little bit more about Augustana here so far in the season. Head coach for the Vikings is Steve Bell.
Public restrooms are also located at that level of the press box and at the far northeast corner.
Other games in the CCIW this week, we're going to see Carroll at Carthage. Illinois Wesleyan is taking on Wheaton in Wheaton at McCauley Stadium. Milliken's taking on North Park. And in a non-conference game, North Central is in St. Louis taking on Wash U. 1st and 10 here for the Jays. Gaines in motion. That gives to him on the jet sweep, and he's got room up on the left side. And he'll get a gain of about 8 yards on the play. For he is taken down by number 48, Grant McFadden. We'll call it a 7-yard gain on the play. 2nd down and 3 here for the Jays. Ball on the 24-yard line. Tight end trips to the near side here. That's Brockman, Jones, and Mamosier. Shotgun formation. Give off to Holloway. He fights his way up to the stick there and looks like he's got the 1st down.
It is 1st down yardage for Elmhurst.
He gets it up to the 26-yard line. 1st down for the Jays.
Nice with the tackle.
Again, Hernandez and the offense huddling up here. 1st down and 10. And we got another stoppage here. Plays blown dead.
Officials timeout on the field.
And then we are back in business. Here we go. 1st and 10. 2 wide receivers to the near side. 2 to the far side. Holloway, the running back, to the left of Orlando Hernandez here on 1st and 10. Deep drop by Hernandez. He scans the field, finds a receiver. That's actually Holloway as the check down, and it goes incomplete. In on the coverage there for the Vikings, number 59, Sam Francis. Francis, a sophomore from River Forest. 2nd and 10 here from for the Jays at the 27-yard line. Brockman, the tight end, to the left. Mamosier to the left. Austin and Jones here on the near side on 2nd down. Holloway, the running back, to the left. He takes it over to the right side. He's got a little bit of room to the hash marks, and he'll get about a gain of 6 there.
King with the tackle.
Couple of Vikings in on the stop there, including Xavier Hawley and Sam Francis. So gain of 6 on the play there for Holloway. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Ball on the 33-yard line for the Jays with just over a minute to go here in the first quarter from Langhorse Field. Jones and Mamager to the far side. Receivers Brockman now in motion. He's going to go out towards Jones here on 3rd down. Hernandez wide open is Austin. He gets the ball at about the 45-yard line, gets up the field, breaks a couple tackles, and he's into Augustana territory down to the 43-yard line. Good find by Hernandez to get Austin. He was wide open. And it's 1st and 10 for the Jays on the right side of the 50. .30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. See if they can get one more play off here before the break. It's 1st and 10 for the Jays. Gaines and Mamager to the far side. Jim Robley into the game now here for Elmhurst. Austin to the near side on 1st and 10. Gaines goes in motion here, gives to Holloway. He gets it into the middle, and he is stopped right away for no gain. In on the stop there was Keegan North for the Vikings, and that should probably do it for the first quarter. And the first quarter is officially in the books. Fast-moving first quarter here, and we are going to take a quick break. After one, the final, or not the final, after one, the score is Augustana 7, Elmhurst 7. We'll be right back. This is BlueJayTV.com.
Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
I'm close to everything.
I need a great school at a great price.
I'm learning about myself and my role in the world.
I love a challenge.
I'm dreaming big.
But feel totally at home. I want an education with meaning.
I want to be a champion for others. I made connections for life.
I'm ready for the real world. Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
To reach my full potential.
Back at Langhorse Field, second quarter just about to get underway here. Homecoming 2017 for Elmhurst College, and we are in a tight one so far, 7-7 the score between the Blue Jays and Augustana. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Jays. We're actually going to call that 11. Chains aren't necessarily set. Looks like the ball's about a yard behind the line of scrimmage here for Elmhurst to start the second quarter. That chain has been moved. It's 2nd and 11, and we are about to be in second quarter play. Austin and Brockman to the near side here for the Jays. Play action. Hernandez finds Brockman over to the middle for about a 12-yard gain on the play, down to the 32-yard line. That'll move the sticks, and you got another first down for the Jays. Quick little pitch and catch there by Hernandez to his leading receiver, Brockman. First quarter stats. Hernandez was 5 for 6, 37 yards, and a touchdown to Hassan Austin. On the ground, he had 2 carries for 38 yards. Ben Holloway, 5 carries for 31 yards, and Juwan Gaines had 1 carry on that jet sweep for about an 8-yard gain. 1st and 10 here for the Jays. Ball on the 32-yard line. Give goes to Holloway to the middle of the field, and he's going to get about a yard before he's tackled by a couple of Vikings there. And on the stop for Augustana was Keegan North.
Francis there with the tackle for the Vikings.
Going to call it a gain of about 2 yards. Ball's on the 30, right in the middle of the field. 2nd down and 8 to go here for Elmhurst. Holloway's going to line up to the right of Hernandez in the backfield. Brockman in an H spot there for the Jays here on 2nd down. He goes in motion. Snap, handoff, nope. Hernandez keeps, and he's got Brockman on the far side, and that goes incomplete. Austin Nice providing a little bit of pressure on Hernandez there to get the ball out early, and it's 3rd down and 8. Kind of an interesting spot of the field here is Elmhurst with Don't get too many yards. That's a long field goal there for Blake Bailey. At least like to try to get a good chunk of yards here to get a good opportunity for a field goal, but the way the passing game's been going so far, might be able to get a first down here. Trips to the far side. Jones, Brockman, and Mamager. Son Austin to the near side. Hernandez in the gun. Sprint out here on third down. Hernandez looks downfield. He's got some room to the near side. Gets a good block. He's following Pat Walsh. And it's going to be close to the first down, probably about 2 or 3 yards short, but a good piece of improvisation there by Hernandez following the block of Pat Walsh. Xavier Hawley on the stop, as well as Keith King for Augustana. It's fourth down, and Bailey is on to attempt a 41-yard field goal. Bailey knocked a field goal through last year against Augustana. From the left hash to Haney on the hold here for the Jays on fourth down. Snap good, placement good. The kick is in the air, and it is no good.
No good. Wide to the right.
So the Augustana defense holds Elmhurst to no points there, and it is still a 7-7 game here. 12:44 to go. Second quarter here from Langhorse Field. Augustana is going to have the ball at the Elmhurst 24-yard line for first and 10. Seeing a good mix at quarterback here so far for the Vikings. Both Blyer and Jacobs have been taking a decent amount of snaps, and it is Luke Blyer in at quarterback for Augustana. Jarrow's the running back to the right of him here on first and 10. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the bottom here, and the throw is a screen to Jennings, and the ball comes out, and that was recovered by Augustana. Number 86, Max Uranich, in on the recovery there. So they're going to call that a gain of about 8 on the play. Second down and 2 coming up for the Vikings. Twins to the far side, twins to the near side, spread here on second down and short. Hennessy, the man in motion here. Blyer to pass out of the backfield, and that was a gutsy throw there as Tristan Bolus was coming right for Jarros there to break up the play, and it's going to be third down and about 2 now for Augie. Blyer still in at quarterback. A couple of substitutions of the skill set here for Augustana on third down. Looks like they're going to pack a little bit tighter here on third down and short. Play clock's at 10. Blyer in the pistol. And the give off is on the near side to Jarros. Vic Ogabor in on the stop for the Jays, and we do have a penalty flag on the play. Holding the preliminary indication there, and it's going to be on Augie. So that'll bump them back 10 yards. Make it about third down and 12 here, in a definite passing situation here for the Augustana offense. Ball is here on the 22-yard line now. Blyer in at quarterback. Looks like they got trips to the far side. Ethan Jennings, the receiver on the near side, here for Blyer and the Vikings. Ogabor showing blitz from the corner position. No flag there, and the ball gets out to the far side, complete to number 80. That's Tom Dulles. He gets up to about the 29-yard line, but again, flag on the play. Looks like an illegal shift is going to be the call on Augustana.
Illegal motion. Offense number 21. That penalty is declined. Fourth down.
Ron Plans declines the penalty. It's going to be fourth down, and Augustana will bring the punting unit on once again. The ball at the 30-yard line. Alex Panning Alex Bryan, the punter there for Augustana, with Gaines back deep for the Jays. He's standing about his 32-yard line. Snap's good, wall set, and it almost gets through, and a little bit of contact there, but the ball is not going to be returned by Gaines as he gets away from it, and it's down at about the 23-yard line. Elmhurst will have the ball 1st and 10 from there at the middle of the field.
Down by Augustana. Elmhurst to start 1st and 10 at their 24-yard line.
So Elmhurst with the ball here, 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. And it looks like Brock Bethke is going to be into the game, getting his first reps of the day at running back for the Blue Jays. Brockman, the tight end to the left, 2 receivers to the far side. Bethke to the left of the quarterback, Orlando Hernandez here on 1st and 10. Designed quarterback run with Hernandez. He gets to about the 25-yard line, so we'll call that to the line of scrimmage. Good pursuit there by the Augustana defense. Grant Burke and Zach Stewart in there. They're going to call it about a gain of 1. It's going to be 2nd down and 9. Augustana running a 4-down front, as they did last year against the Elmhurst defense in the second, or against the Elmhurst offense in the second half, coming out in a 3-stack last year. But typical 4-down front there for the Vikings. Bethke, the running back, to the left of Hernandez. He's going to get the ball here on 2nd down, get some running, a little bit of running room, but gobbled up right away, and a flag comes in on the play as well. Looked like Burke was in on the stop there for the Vikings, as well as number 52, Luke Zawicki. Holding's the call. They're going to decline it, so we got a 3rd down and 9 for Elmhurst. 10:08 to go, 2nd quarter. 7-7 still the score here from Langhorse Field. Jays break the huddle. They have trips to the far side. Hassan Austin, the near receiver here on 3rd down. Bethke's the running back to the left of Orlando Hernandez. Hernandez gets the snap, deep drop, looking downfield, pumps, has Brockman, that gets tipped and almost intercepted. He had Matt Brockman there, had to fit a tight window and almost got it to him. But Augie stops and forces the Jays to punt. So Devin Haxby's the deep return man for the Vikings. Mateo Casanova to punt, standing at his 10-yard line.
Casanova to kick it away for Elmhurst.
Snap's good. One guy's coming in, but a good punt there by Casanova. Haxby got it at the 38, and he doesn't get too much. Brock Bethke in on the stop there for the Jays. So Augustana will have decent field position to start their drive. 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Saw mostly Blyer there for the Vikings in that last series. And he's going to come back on here for the Augustana offense to start this drive. First and 10, Augie, on the 41. 2 receivers to the far side, H back, and Blyer in at quarterback, and the give is to Petra. Gets a little bit of room on the near side before he's taken down by Nixon. Mike Dickin also in on the stop. About a 3-yard gain there for Petra. Ball on the 44 here, 2nd down and about 6. Petra, the running back to the right of the quarterback, Blyer, here on 2nd down. Blyer to pass, looks downfield, scrambles a little bit. He's going to take it himself. Breaks 1 tackle and gets to about the 50-yard line before he's taken down by Sean Kelly. So about a 7-yard gain there for Blyer. And it's going to be 3rd down and 2 here for the Vikings. Ball almost to midfield here for the Vikings on 3rd down and short. Blyer in at quarterback. Peacher, the running back, shifts over to the left of him. Snap, give to Peacher up the middle, and he got 1st down running room right at the stick. And it looks like he's going to get enough for the 1st down. And the referee points it, and it is a 1st down indeed for the Vikings. And the ball's on the 49-yard line of Elmhurst at 1st and 10. Jacobs back into the game now for Augustana at quarterback. Looks like Augie will have 2 backs in the backfield here on 1st down. 1 receiver to the far side, 2 to the near side here. And Jacobs in at quarterback. Jacobs is going to keep it on the read option. He gets stood up there by a couple of Jays. Looks like Tyler Pauly was in on the stop there for the Jays. Correction, Storm Miller, the freshman Mike linebacker, was in on that stop. Gain of about 3, 2nd and 7. Augustana with the ball in Elmhurst territory. Trips to the right. Running room to the left side again for Jacobs. And he gets the ball to about the 32-yard line. Stepped out of bounds before that, actually. Ball's going to be at the 36-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 again for the Vikings. No huddle again here for the Vikings. Trips to the near side. Jacobs, the quarterback, with Peacher, the running back, to the left of him. Screen set up very well there by the offensive line. Peacher gets it, and he gets 1st down yardage, gets out of a tackle, and all the way down to the 20-yard line. So a gain of about 17 yards there and a 1st down for the Vikings at the 20-yard line. Jacobs still in the game at quarterback again for the Vikings. 6:25 to go here, 2nd quarter. 7-7 the score. Augustana threatening, though, just inside the red zone. Jacobs play action, finds Petra, but he has stood up right away. In on the stop there was Angel Mata, the freshman safety for the Jays. Good job of reading that play. And Mata, freshman from Highland, Indiana, was the tackle, was in on the tackle for the Jays. Call it about a loss of 1. It's going to be 2nd and 11. Jacobs in the pistol. And the running back is Bobby Jarrows for the Vikings. He shifts over to the right. He gets the handoff right side. Drags a couple defenders with him before he's taken down at the 15-yard line. Nixon in on the stop again for the Jays, as well as Angel Burciaga. About a gain of 5 on the play. 3rd and 6 now coming up for the Vikings. Two receivers to the far side, an H-back and a receiver near side here. Jarrow's the running back, Jacobs the quarterback here on 3rd down. Sprint out, Jacobs has the option. He's going to look for the receiver and overthrows him. The intended receiver there was Riley Donald. Overthrown, and it's 4th down now, and it looks like the field goal unit's going to come on for the Vikings. So a good stand there by the Elmhurst defense. And it looks like we got about a 33-yard field goal here for Jacob Stitz. On the right hash. Riley Donald with the hold. Snap's good, placement's good. There's the kick, and it looks like it is through. And indeed it is. 4:43 to go, second quarter. Augustana has their first lead of the game now. It's 10-7 Vikings. On a good drive there by Augustana. So far we've seen 3 kicks from Augustana, and all of which have been short to the right and away from Jawan Gaines. Gaines has the ability, again, like we always talk about just about every week, his ability to get the job done in the special teams game. Definitely a threat, and now every time they've kicked off so far, Ben Holloway's gotten the ball. But those are also weapons back deep there for the Jays. Alongside, again, Holloway and Gaines, you also have Chris Ivers and Derek Jones. So Stitz to kick off here. Looks to be about set up. 4:43 again here to go in the second quarter. 10-7 the score from Langhorse Field. Whistle's blown. Here's the run up from Stitz. Again, a short pooch one. It looks like Holloway's going to get it, but nope. Run up by Gaines, and he's got it at the 25. He has room around the right, but he's immediately stopped at about the 20-yard line or 25-yard line.
Patterson with the tackle.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Jays. At the 26, they're calling it. Looked like Bobby Jaros was in on the stop there for the Vikings.
Elmhurst 1st and 10 at their 26-yard line.
So on 1st and 10, Hassan Austin to the far side. Brockman, the tight end, to the near side here. As you see on the screen, Holloway's the running back. Casey Dobchek checks into the game at slot for the first time today for the Jays. Gives to Holloway around the left side. He's got plenty of running room and more up to the 41, 43-yard line before he's taken down by Capel. Enough for a first down. Gain of about 17, 18 yards on the play there by Ben Holloway. 1st and 10 for the Jays here on the 44. Austin to the near side. Mamosier and Dobchek and Brockman, the receivers here for Elmhurst. Hernandez keeps it. Gets another first down up to about the Augustana 44-yard line on a good piece of running. Good read there by Hernandez. And it's another first down for the Jays. So back-to-back run plays there for Elmhurst. And the Jays are in Augustana territory. After those 2 plays, Holloway checks out, and Bethke now in as the feature back for the Jays here on 1st and 10. Tight end trips to the far side, Austin to the near side here. Hernandez gets the snap, direct run to the near side, and he's got running room up to about the 39-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds by Zach Stewart. Not before a gain of about 7 on the play. We'll call it 6. It's going to be 2nd down and 4 on that designed run play there by Hernandez. Ball's on the 38-yard line. 3:19 to go. Plenty of time here for the Jays before the half. Down 10-7 here on homecoming Saturday at Langhorse Field. Gains in on the slot to the far side. Jim Robley checks back in for the Jays. Lined up in a, we'll call it an H-back, fullback position there. And it's going to be a jet, and it's a fake, and it's a run with Bethke up the middle. He's going to get about 2, but a really good job in the penetration on the defensive line there by Augustana. In on the stop there was Keith King. And it looked like he ripped the ball out there, but the play was blown dead. Only about a gain of 1 there for Bethke, so it's going to be 3rd and 3 here for the Jays at the middle of the field on the 37-yard line. Just under 2:30 to go. Elmhurst has 2 timeouts remaining here for the half, so plenty of clock to work with here. Doubles formation here for the Jays. Holloway in at running back on 3rd and 3. Hernandez barking out the signals. He's going to step back and try to run for it on the draw, but he is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Austin Nice in on the tackle there. And Jeremy Allen's slow to get up on that Elmhurst offensive line. But it's going to be 4th down, and this is definitely 4-down territory here. And the offense is going to stay out on the field. So ball on the 37-yard line. 4th down and 3. After a couple of really long runs there to start this series, the Augustana defense has come up huge on these last couple of plays. 4 on the play clock here, and it looks like Coach Ron Plans is going to call a timeout here, and he does with 1:22 to go. So time to draw it up here for the Elmhurst offense. Seen it work a little bit through the air so far in the 3-step game for the Elmhurst offense, but again, the way this last drive started out, a couple of runs on around the edge. So definitely a big playbook here for Elmhurst on a 4th down play that, obviously it's a big part of this game because right before halftime, momentum's going to carry a lot. And Augustana won the toss, so they're going to get the ball to start the second half after they deferred. So Elmhurst needs something here, needs a 1st down, needs to get some points on the board before halftime here. And there's a 1:22 again to go here in the first half. So after that discussion, Elmhurst is actually going to punt here. Mateo Casanova back deep to punt for the Jays. And it looks like Haxby's going to be back deep for the Vikings. So 4th and 3. Elmhurst inside Augie territory, but in punt formation. And there was some movement on the front there, and looks like that might have actually been on the Vikings. There was a quick little jump there on the near side, but it's actually a false start, and it's going to be called on Brock Bethke. So it'll move back Elmhurst 5 yards. Well, the ball's going to be on the 42-yard line. Casanova, again, back deep to punt for the Jays. With Devin Haxby, the returner for Augustana. Snap's good. Good punt there by Casanova. Looks like that thing hit right at about the 10-yard line. So a great job by Casanova to pin Augustana deep in their own territory. They're going to start 1st and 10. So with a little bit of time on the clock here, it'll be interesting to see a couple of things Augustana will do offensively. One, which quarterback's going to come out. Again, same thing. Blyer and Jacobs seeing split time here at quarterback so far. Are they comfortable with the lead, or are they going to try to move the ball down the field a little bit? But here they come 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line. Blyer's going to be the quarterback in the game here for the Vikings. They line up with a couple of tight ends, looking maybe just to run the clock out here in the first half. Petra's the running back. He's going to get it on 1st down, and he's immediately stopped by a host of Blue Jays. And it looks like they are content with running the clock down here now that Elmhurst only has 1 timeout remaining. So Petra gets about a 1-yard gain on the play there, so 2nd down and 9 from the 11. 2 tight ends still in the game for the Vikings here on 2nd down, and they are taking their time getting up to the line here. Blyer the quarterback, Petra the running back, to the right of Petra, or of Blyer, excuse me. Give off to Petra up the middle, and again, not much going there, and that looks like that might be the last play of the first half. Dickin and Rubino in on the stop there for the Jays, and it looks like Augie's going to head to the sideline. and the clock will run out the end of the first half. Quick one, folks. That was a quick first half. We are done through 2 quarters here at Langhorse Field. The score, the Augustana Vikings 10, Elmhurst Blue Jays 7. You are again watching Homecoming 2017 at Elmhurst College on BlueJayTV.com. We're going to take a little bit of a break, and we'll be back for the second half of Elmhurst Augustana. We'll see you in a bit.
Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
I'm close to everything.
I need a great school at a great price.
I'm learning about myself and my role in the world.
I love a challenge.
I'm dreaming big.
but feel totally at home. I want an education with meaning.
I want to be a champion for others. I made connections for life.
I'm ready for the real world. Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
To reach my full potential.
Coming here as a Division III player, you're coming here to get your degree. We have some players that go on to be professional athletes. They've gone overseas, but that's not the norm. Our players are coming, they're finishing their playing careers here. And so whenever they're done, they're being prepared in something else other than just basketball. So for us, that's the student athlete model. You come in, you're working hard. Our players put in as much time as a Division I player does, but it's because they want to be there. I know that from motivating our players, if they're coming to practice, I know that they're working hard because it's out of them, not just because we've got a dollar sign, they have to do it, this is how they have to stay in school. They don't have to be there. They're there because they're motivated to, they want to be a good team, they want to be a good player, and there's something that's special about that experience to me, coaching that player.
Elmhurst College is much more than buildings, courses, and credits. It's a supportive community of individuals who are committed to helping you reach your full potential. But don't take my word for it.
I visited a lot of schools, but when I came here, it was just like, I'm home.
As soon as I walked on campus, I felt like I could dive right in and get involved.
Getting involved is easy, especially in class. The average class here has just 17 students.
Every faculty and staff here just wants me to succeed.
I can go up to them, and it's not just office hours. Like, I'm here from 10:30 to 11:30. It's actually like, whenever you need help, my door's open.
There's a real connection that takes place. I'm frequently asked, what do I teach? I never say music. I teach people. Music's the vehicle.
It was great to see that rather than just teaching textbook material, they're actually giving you some industry insight.
I'm a vocalist. I'm out in the clubs performing. I'm touring in Europe and performing. So they see how their life can transition into that.
A lot of my friends from other universities, they don't get to be a part of undergraduate research, professional development at such an early stage.
They're truly there to help you and to build you and to make sure that you are amazing.
And at Elmhurst, you can be amazing all around, including on the field. Football is just one of 20 Division III sports.
We went straight to the Final Four of the nation, and that was a great way to come in and start off the season.
They're there because they're motivated to, they want to be a good team, they want to be a good player.
Wrestling wasn't my life. I was able to go out and do a lot of different activities and get involved on campus.
We are allowed to be students, and we can be involved in a lot of other things.
How do you want to get involved? You'll have your choice at Elmhurst.
Our campus has over 100 clubs and organizations.
Whatever you want to do, there's something here for you to do.
Concert choir, the wind ensemble, gospel choir,
Habitat for Humanity, Global Poverty Club.
I'm an orientation student leader,
SGA, Best Buddies.
Greek life at Elmhurst College is really focused on leadership and discovering who you really are.
To be part of all these different organizations and get to know all these amazing people is why I love Elmhurst.
You can also get to know the world beyond the campus. Elmhurst offers study abroad opportunities in 44 countries.
I studied abroad in Granada,
Holland, Germany, El Salvador,
Israel and Palestine,
Costa Rica, Czech Republic.
Back at home, you'll enjoy all the advantages of our great location. Downtown Elmhurst is just a short walk from campus, and the Metro train will take you to the world-class city of Chicago in just 30 minutes. When it comes to career preparation, we've got you covered. Elmhurst will connect you with the people and the experiences you need to reach your full potential.
Elmhurst allows you to grow into the knowing, and I appreciate that there's a journey that we encourage. It's not just in one program or one department, it's threaded throughout everything that we do.
Elmhurst College has pushes you to truly find who you are as a person and as a professional.
They will make sure no matter what your interests are, what your career path is, that there's going to be a resource on campus that is going to help you find that potential and then reach it.
If I had to say why Elmhurst would be the best option for nursing education, I would say because you don't have to be big to be the best. We have all of the student services, we have all the educational services, the excellent curriculum and faculty, so we're not big, but we are the best. We have a state-of-the-art simulation center, and I have seen many sim centers across the nation, and this one is truly, truly remarkable.
The professors there encourage us to make mistakes because it is simulation and they want us to learn from our mistakes.
Going to the sim lab that's actually in Elmhurst Memorial Hospital, it's really, really cool. The facility is amazing, it's brand new.
What the simulation center consists of are mannequins, but these aren't just mannequins like you've seen before where you do CPR. Our mannequins talk to you. Our mannequins birth babies. Our mannequins cry. If you don't do what you need to do as a nurse to our mannequins, they will die. So what we do is actually simulate experiences in real life that you will see as a nurse, and you get to make mistakes without hurting people.
At any school you can learn the skills, but I feel like at Elmhurst, the faculty and staff are encouraging us to do more.
They're always passionate about what they do, and I think that's very important. One of my professors said, you don't just want to be a good nurse, you want to be the best nurse.
We do have many partners in the community at Elmhurst College, and basically we have to. We rely on our community partners to provide that clinical education piece. So while we are there with our students, side by side, teaching them, we couldn't do it if we didn't have the clinical partners. I think our faculty are our gems here. When you come to Elmhurst for nursing education, you will receive your education from clinical specialists. You can be good as a clinician, but that doesn't make you a good educator. We need excellent educators to be able to translate that theory into practice for our nursing student.
I got on the floor, and after a few weeks working with my clinical instructor and working with my classmates and collaborating, it really has provided me with a safe space to, talk to my instructor, talk to my other peers, and really work together to build my confidence and competency as a future nurse.
I feel like they are preparing me well, and I have no doubt that in a short year and a half that I'll be ready to go out into the world and be a nurse helping patients.
Our students are working everywhere. We have students working in schools, hospitals, and in community health settings. So our students are really everywhere. We don't just teach, we change lives.
I love when people ask me, okay, what can I do now that I'm here?
I'm in the honors program,
Being a part of Union Board,
Best Buddies, Student Government, Debate Club,
Relay for Life,
the Research Keystone program,
Greek Life,
Tri Beta,
Juggling Club,
Student Ambassadors.
Once you get here, there are plenty of things going on. Serving the community is such a huge part of being an Elmhurst College student.
Center for Professional Excellence has a whole department and team ready to help you get involved with community service.
I think one of my favorite ones would have to be when I joined Golden Crew. The organization itself focuses on pediatric cancer. We had like a whole scavenger hunt for them, and I dressed up as Batman and kind of helped lead them through the entire experience. And it was kind of really like a humbling thing.
Being able to plan homecoming the last 4 years, it was really honestly one of the best experiences that I've had here.
I don't think I would have been this social or this confident if I wasn't part of the 10,000 things that I get the opportunity to be a part of every day.
The connections that you make on this campus, both in your academic classes as well as the different service organizations or just activities you get involved in, give you the opportunity to really get out there. Making those connections isn't something that's superficial. It's something that you get here as an experience. It's something that is going to carry on for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you're coming here to get a degree, but your 4 years in college aren't just defined by that. It's by all the things that you're involved in and the people that you meet, and the way that you meet those people is by getting involved.
Definitely being on the cross country and track team, that
has been really great. The athletic community as a whole is really inclusive and inviting, and then having that team, it's really family-oriented. We usually have 20 girls on the team, and we're all brought together by our love for running, and our coach is really instrumental in that. But you get to know each other so well through practices, and you're going through all these really hard workouts together. So you're putting everything you've got out there, and you're all supporting each other. You get to know each other on a really personal level that you might not otherwise just by meeting these girls in class. So you get to know about their families and their classes and their goals for the season, and you really support each other. The Division III athlete is kind of the perfect balance of student athlete too. You still get your sport, and it's highly competitive, and we compete just as much as the D1 athletes do, but then we are allowed to be students, and we can be involved in a lot of other things. I know a lot of the girls on my team and myself are involved in a lot of other clubs and organizations, and I feel like at a D1 school you kind of are limited. You can only be on your sports team and then study too for your classes. So you kind of get the best of both worlds with that.
Originally, it was a breath of fresh air. I'm alone. What am I gonna do? What could I possibly do? What's ahead for me? And once I got on campus, I just excelled. I utilized all my resources coming here. It was a program called Direct Connect, which was a minority program to get students situated with the campus 2 weeks before school started. So I actually lived on campus 2 weeks before. I went to seminars, which actually helped us get acquainted to the long campus hours. The teachers that were in the seminars were actually going to be our teachers that were on campus. So we have something here called the first year seminar, which not only is supposed to promote growth within the freshmen, but also serve as a guidance or a type of direction for their first time here. And they were ecstatic. They helped me, they gravitated towards me, and I actually use them as a stepping stone even now in senior year. Growing up, I did not have that type of support. In high school, you think you can stay after class, but what will other students think? I think once I got here, it was more so what do I want? Just having a drive, a motivation to go forth and actually reach out for help or ask for help.
There's always a new experience right around the corner. I didn't plan on running here, and then right before school started, I emailed Coach Eric Guda. I sort of have been running this summer, and I've always been a runner. What if I joined the team? And he was so excited about it, and he was just very welcoming about it. So the fact that I came into the school with 17 other people that were runners and I had something to relate with, that was awesome. Since we're all D3 athletes, school comes first, athletes come second, but at the same time, we're playing that role 24/7, and it's really helpful that I don't just have this cross-country family, I have all the athletes here on campus that I know I can relate to in some way. There's so many opportunities here that help you push you in the right direction, and there's always someone to help you along the way and support you and be your friend and also be your professor and also be your coach and be your mentor, and there's just so many different roles that you can connect one-on-one with everyone.
Welcome to the cultural season at Elmhurst College. Elmhurst is a place of values and conviction. We were founded by 19th century reformers who believed in human potential, loved learning, and had standards. More than 140 years later, we still do. We still attract students and teachers who want to think for themselves and act on principles, who challenge and respect one another, who engage, serve, and celebrate our diverse, dynamic, interdependent world. A few years ago, to be clear about things, we wrote down our core values. This year, we asked some of our students what those values mean to them.
Elmhurst College is unique in so many ways.
Here we really do have values, and my professors know the values, and they push me to be those values.
Stewardship and faith in community and service, and it really does bring in kind of a level of just interaction with values that you never got before.
As you kind of develop yourself over the years, you start to realize these values mean so much more, and you start to uncover the true meaning behind them.
You begin to see equivalencies between your life and the school, and then you discover that you're not just in a place of learning, you're also in a place of growing, you're in a place of maturity and value, exactly that, core values.
Intellectual excellence means allowing our minds to grow in ways that we've never thought they could before. It means exploring those new pathways, seeing how we could do things different. It means stepping outside of our box of what we know and what we're comfortable with, and taking those risks to really grow and make things better. I think that's really the core of what intellectual excellence is.
The professors set the standard of intellectual excellence, and that rubs off on the students, and I feel like that's rubbed off on me.
You really have to push yourself. So to know that's actually a value here is pretty important, because that's something I value on my own. So if my college values it as well, that means I really belong here.
To say that Elmhurst College values community, I think, is an understatement. I think Elmhurst College is community in so many ways.
Coming to Elmhurst College, a small college, it has to be about community.
It doesn't really matter who you are or where you've come from. Everyone here will just love you for who you are.
The fact that every individual and every unique person is allowed to be in an environment together and learn from each other and grow with each other.
Just the fact that it's smaller and that you form those one-on-one relationships, it encourages like creativity and questioning and all the things I wanted out of my college experience.
Social responsibility means caring for each individual as a person.
There are all these people and they're all more important than my general happiness as a single person.
You're not only trying to better yourself, but I feel like it also means it's your job that you better your community too.
Knowing that there's something larger than yourself and that you can play a part in making someone else's life better.
Taking what I learned from my family, that others come before me, and translating that into the entire world.
It's really awesome to be in a place where not only are you worrying about academics, but it's also teaching me how to be a better person.
To me, stewardship is just being responsible, really thinking about your actions.
If I'm going to say that, I believe in this philanthropy, I think we should do this, I need to follow through with my actions.
What I found coming to Elmhurst is that there are lots of people that feel the same way. So it was easy to find a group of people who were so engaged in service and so willing to help.
Kind of made me reflect on, what do I value in life? Why am I here? They really did kind of push me to the next level and make me think about that, and I think that I'm a better person for it.
Values really help shape identity. If you really don't understand your values, you're not really understanding a part of who you are.
I was more sheltered until I came here, and Elmhurst has really kind of made me step out of my comfort zone and learn more about what I want to do and what I believe in.
Places like the chaplain's office and the Niebuhr Center for Faith and Action give me safe places where I can go to discuss my faith and to discuss my values with people that I know I trust and people that I know I can count on to influence me and to lead me in the right direction.
You can never be forced out of your faith or forced into a different kind of faith as long as you're at Elmhurst, that you really are given the ability to take your pick and always have encouragement from your peers, never shunned or excluded or pressured into something else. There's always a place for you.
If you believe you're here on this earth for a reason, that's going to affect the way you live your life. That's going to affect the way you treat your academics, the way you treat your social life, the way you look at your future and the goals that you have. Those things seem like really big things, but all of that boils down to the way you live your everyday life.
We value
intellectual excellence, community,
social responsibility,
stewardship,
faith, meaning, and values.
Education is kind of in my family. My dad's a principal, and so I've seen that lifestyle, and I wanted to further education of students, and I really enjoy kids. And so that being said, I wanted to be a teacher and then coach as well. The elementary education program is very rigorous. You get out in the field, you have field experience starting your sophomore year. So your sophomore through senior year, you're always in the field learning. I think that's just a huge advantage here at Elmhurst College to have you out in the field early, just because you have such almost like a leg up on everyone else that is going into that major as well, just because you're out there, and it takes 3 or 4 years to realize what the system of a school is. We're in schools all the time as students, but not necessarily as teachers, so it's a different point of view to see the whole school atmosphere. The professors, they're really great. They always email you right back, even in the evenings if you have questions on assignments and papers. The ratio in the class is there's 12 or 13 students per professor in a class period in the elementary education program. And so with that being said, you're not a number, you're a name. And that's something that I really, really like, and it definitely prepares you. They always push you in the classroom. They always push you on the court, off the court. Our coaches push us to do other things besides sports and our major, to get out in the community. And with all that being said, it's kind of a resume builder, and so that's how it pushes us to become more prepared for the real world. Our basketball team actually has weekly meetings in the fall with the Center for Professional Excellence, so they help us build resumes and help us, get our name out to people and businesses for internships and jobs and all that. But I know that when the time comes, I feel like I'm going to be prepared just through the education that Elmhurst has provided and the skills that I've learned as well through sports and our studies.
Back at Langhorst Field for the second half of this afternoon's homecoming matchup between the Elmhurst Blue Jays and the Augustana Vikings. Want to thank you again for joining us today on BlueJayTV.com. I'm Jeff Torzeski, coming to you live here from Langhorst Field. 10-7 the score. Augustana up on Elmhurst here at halftime in a very fast-moving first half. Just taking a look at the stats. Time of possession was dead even, just about. Augustana held the ball for 15:24 and Elmhurst for 14:36. And I'd say about 90% of that was ground game from both of these teams. On the ground, rushing for Elmhurst, Orlando Hernandez led the way, 7 carries, 63 yards, with a long run of 27. So he's averaging about 9 yards a carry. Ben Holloway, 7 carries, 51 yards for about a 7.1 yard average. Alec Jacobs, the quarterback for Augustana, led the way on the ground for the Vikings. 8 carries, 43 yards, and a touchdown along the way. Ryan Petra, 7 carries, 18 yards for Augustana. So we're just about set here for the second half. Augie won the coin toss, elected to defer. So they got the ball here to start the second half, up 10-7. Again, a fast-moving first half. Both teams carrying the ball quite a bit. Just got over about an hour worth of time on the kickoff was at 1. It was about 2 o'clock right when halftime started. And Bailey here to kick off for the Jays. Trevon Aldridge back deep for Augustana, as well as Antonio Cannon. Bailey's approach and the kick, and we are underway here in the second half. Looks like Cannon's going to get it about the 12, and he does, up to the 25. And he is taken down at the 25 by Mike Dickin. So Augie will start on the left hash, 1st and 10, at the 25-yard line. Again, the big story offensively for the Vikings. Dual quarterback play between the junior Luke Blyer and the freshman Alec Jacobs, splitting a lot of reps. And it looks like Jacobs will be in to begin the first half for Augie at quarterback. Ryan Petra, the tailback for the Vikings here on 1st and 10. A couple of tight ends for the Vikings, 2 receivers to the far side of the field. Tight end in motion, snap, give to Petra on 1st and 10, gets room on the left side. He's got more, he's got a ton of room, and he's dragged down out of bounds by Storm Miller at the 36-yard line. 12-yard gain on the play there for Petra around the left end. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Just underway here, second half from Langhorst Field. Blue Jays and Vikings in a CCIW matchup. 1st and 10. Give to Petra, up the middle, nothing doing there. Mike Dickin in on the stop there for the Jays. After a loss of 1, it's going to be 2nd down and 11 from the 36-yard line. Jacobs, again the quarterback, Petra the running back. Near wide receiver here for the Vikings, Ryan Hennessy. Play action. Jacobs, there's a flag on the play. He's got his receiver down the field at the 50-yard line. That's Riley Donald, but that looks like that's going to be coming back. And a preliminary indication is a hold on the Vikings. So that'll drop him back 10 yards from the spot. And that penalty was on number 55. It says Nathan Majira, but I think that might be a different number. So it's going to be second down and about 21 here for the Vikings. Two receivers to the top of the field. Jacobs to pass here on second down. He's under pressure and he goes down. Quarterback sack there by Romaine Richards. And that's going to set up a third and very long here for the Vikings. Good penetration there by Richards, a 5'11", 220-pound junior from Tamarack, Florida. Third and we'll call it 27 here for the Vikings. Ball on the 20-yard line. Trips formation to the far side of the field for the quarterback, Alec Jacobs. Jacobs to pass. No, he ticks off, and he's going to run up the middle. Dickon misses him. Very far from the sticks, though, even close to the original line of scrimmage. In-store Miller in on the stop, so Augustana will punt. So obviously the penalty aided that, but a nice sack there by Richards on the play before, and it's going to be fourth down and about 15 now. And Bryan's going to punt here for the Vikings to the always dangerous Joanne Gaines. Gaines standing at his 28. Shield punt here for the Vikings. And the snap's a little high, but Bryan gets it. And that's going to drop at a very good punt there. That's going to drop inside the 20, inside the 10. So Elmhurst will get the ball at the 7-yard line. A very good punt by Alex Bryan. He is a 5'11", 175-pound freshman from Kewanee, Illinois. Pins the Jays deep here, so their first drive will start again at the 7-yard line, first down and 10. Elmhurst down a couple skill guys, so you're seeing some younger guys step up here. Derek Jones in the slot. He's a freshman from Springfield. Hassan Austin's been the best receiver for the Jays so far this year. He's a freshman from Lyons Township. First and 10 here for the Jays. Handoff goes to Gaines, up to the right side, gets next to nothing, and he is knocked out of bounds there by number 39, Casson Wolf. So no gain on the play, second down and 10. It's going to be from the 7-yard line here for the Jays. Hernandez looking for the play call, gets it, goes back to the huddle. 19 on the play clock here, 11:39 to go in the third quarter. Augustana 10, Elmhurst 7. Trips to the left. Brockman, Jones, and Mamager. And Hassan Austin, the lone receiver, to the bottom of the screen. Holloway, the running back. Snap. Hernandez pumps, looks for Brockman, had him a little bit behind him. Brockman had the opportunity to snag that thing, would have been a pretty impressive catch, but he can't hold on, and it's third down and 10. So a battle of field position so far here in the first half. If Augie can hold here for a 3 and out, they could have good field position for their next set of downs. Third down and 10 here inside the 10-yard line for Elmhurst. Going to be another trips look here for the Jays. Mamager, Jones, and Brockman to the far side. Austin at the bottom of the screen. Holloway, the running back. Snap to Hernandez. He's in the end zone. He's looking deep. Gets rid of it over the middle, and that's intercepted. Kason Wolf on the pick there for the Vikings, and that is not what you wanted if you are the Elmhurst offense. They're going to take over. Augie is inside the 20-yard line. It's going to be first and 10 Vikings at the 17-yard line. So a short field here for the Elmhurst defense to come up with a stop. Be interesting again to see who comes out at quarterback here for the Vikings. Jacobs, obviously the runner here. A little bit of a short field, but costly interception there by Hernandez. Jacobs is going to be the quarterback here for the Vikes on 1st and 10 on the left hash here from the 17-yard line. Petra is the running back to the left of Jacobs. Hennessy, the near side receiver. Tight end trips to the far side. Tight end goes in motion. That's Olinger. Hand off to Petra up the middle, dances a little bit, and he gets a couple of yards down to about the 14-yard line. Tyler Hossman in on the tackle. So a 3-yard gain. Give it 4 yards. We'll call it 2nd down and 6 here for Augie. H-back, Olinger in the backfield here. Twins to the far side on 2nd down. Give is to Petra up the middle, and he gets down to about the 7-yard line. That's going to be close to the 1st down. Vic Ogabor in on the stop, and the big guys come in on the interior D-line for Elmhurst here on 3rd down and short. Augie getting the play call from the sidelines. Jacobs the quarterback. Twins to the far side. Tight end H-back Olinger on the far side as well in motion. Petra the running back to the left of the quarterback. He's going to get it. Nope, play action there. Pass is complete. And he is in for the touchdown. That is Ryan Hennessy for the Augie touchdown. 8-yard pass play there from Jacobs to Hennessy, the 6', 185-pound wide receiver. He's a junior out of Oswego. Stitz to attempt the extra point here to make it a 10-point lead for the Vikings.
Stitz to attempt the extra point.
Snaps clean, placement's good. Stitz's kick is through the uprights and good. So 10:06 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Augustana opens up the lead now to 17-7. So the turnover there by Hernandez to start the first drive for Elmhurst is a costly one. Gives the Vikings a short field. And they only had to go 17 yards to get the touchdown from Alec Jacobs to Ryan Hennessy. So you're seeing a little bit more of the air attack coming, especially Elmhurst there on that last drive, as far pin deep as they were. 10:06 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Plenty of time here, obviously, but be interesting to see how much the play calling changes, especially after that last series. The run game for Elmhurst, the last drive before the half of them, was working quite well, especially around the edge with Holloway and Hernandez. Be interesting to see what they go with here for the next couple of drives. Stitz to kick here. Again, we have not seen gains on the return game too much. It's been a steady dose of Ben Holloway as the kickoffs from Stitz have been a little bit short. So Jones, Holloway, Ivers, and Gaines all back deep. So one of those 4 could definitely get it. The run up and the kick is a pooch one. It's going to be short, and that's going to be on the ground, and it's covered up by Derek Jones. Brock Bethke was there, but Jones had to come up. They need a little bit better communication between those two. Luckily, Derek Jones had the smarts to jump on top of it as that thing landed right between Bethke and Jones. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Jays. Fairly decent place to start this drive. They're going to be at the 30-yard line of Augustana. Jones, Mamager, and Brockman to the top of the screen. Austin to the near side here on 1st and 10. Holloway's the running back. Snap to Hernandez. Hernandez is going to keep it, and he's got room up the right side. He's got plenty of room. Good block there by Austin, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at the Augustana 48-yard line, and he's going to be taken out of bounds there by John Capel. So it's 1st and 10 for the Jays at the 49-yard line of Augustana. Good run there by Hernandez to start this drive.
1-yard gain for Orlando Hernandez.
So the run game again doing favors here offensively for Elmhurst with 9:40 to go here in the third quarter. Brockman, the tight end, he's going to be on the top of the screen with two receivers. Austin to the near side. Give goes to Holloway up the middle. He's going to fall forward for about 2 yards there. He gets down at about the 47-yard line. Kyle Connor in on the stop. Connor, a 6'3", 230-pound sophomore from Bloomington Central Catholic. So second down and 8 for the Jays. Just under 9 minutes to go here, third quarter. Shotgun formation here. Brockman, the tight end to the right, two receivers to the left. Mamager here on the far bottom of the screen. Hernandez to pass, dumps it off to Holloway. He's got room near sideline up to the 40-yard line. Inside the Augie 40, tackled there by Capel, and it's going to be close to a first down. Referee indicates it as close to a first down, and he is telling the sticks to move forward, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for Elmhurst at the 38-yard line. Good drive so far here for the Jays. Casey Dobchek checks into the game here for Derek Jones. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Trips to the far side. Dobchek in the middle of Mamager and Brockman. Holloway, the running back. He's to the left of Hernandez. Hernandez gets the snap. Looks downfield. He's going to take off and run. He's got plenty of room. All right, up the middle of the field to the 20-yard line before he gets taken down for another Elmhurst first down. Zach Stewart with the stop for the Vikings. And the Jays are creeping in on the red zone. Definitely, that wasn't a designed run as he was looking for receivers down the field, but no one was open. Tucked it himself and picked up a good set of yards there and a first down. Trips again here. Elmhurst doing a good job of spreading the box here against this Augie defense. Holloway, the running back, to the left of Hernandez. Play action there. Good block on the outside. Brockman's got room. He's to the stick. He's inside the 10, and it's going to be another first down. And actually, the headlinesman there called him out at the 11-yard line, but that's going to be a first down for the Jays. That's a really good job there by Casey Dobchek to block that guy and not block him too high or block him from behind. It's almost like setting a pick there, but a good job by Dobchek, and Brockman read it well and got around for a first down. Trips again here for the Jays. Brockman, the tight end. Holloway, they're going to do a design quarterback run over the left side. Hernandez breaks a tackle, follows Allen's block, almost gets to the stick and gets out of bounds. Inside the 5. Going to be close to another first down. Elmhurst has the opportunity to get another first down here. So they're at the 5-yard line, left hash. So Hernandez must have stepped out a little bit farther away from the stick than I previously thought. So it's going to be second down, and we'll call it 5 yards. Play clock at 10. Hernandez scoping out the defense here. Tight end trips here to the near side. Jones in the middle and Mamager. Bethke's the running back. Hernandez finds Mamo. Oh, he had him. Couldn't hang on, and a little bit of good coverage there by Augie, but slow to get up there was number 29. That's Capel. Mamager, the intended receiver, and it's going to be 3rd and 5. Good design play call there by Chris Norton and the Elmhurst offensive staff. Another slant there, which, you know, the last 2 touchdowns Elmhurst have scored has been that 3-step slant game near the goal line. That works very well. Mamager just couldn't hang on. So you got 3rd down here, 5 to go. Brockman in an H position. Handoff goes to Bethke around the edge. He's going to cut it up, and he can't get the first down. He's about a yard short. Tried to cut it up there last second. He would have cut it up a little bit sooner. He might have been able to squeak in the end zone. But it's going to be 4th and short here. We're going to call it 4th and 2, and it looks like that Ron Plans has decided to go for it here. This could be a ploy here to try to get the Vikings to jump and maybe a timeout, but you got 14 on the play clock, and they're heading up to the line here. 2 tight ends here, Theo Edens and Matt Brockman. 4th and short. They're going to pitch it out. Right side, Bethke does not get it. The Vikings hold on 4th and 2, and they're going to take over 1st and 10 as Elmhurst could not get the first down. They tried to run toss to get the outside edge a little bit and could not get it. So Augustana is going to have the ball at the 7-yard line, 1st and 10. So a good drive there by the Jays. Did a really good job to move the ball down the field. Couldn't find the end zone. And a gamble there on 4th down. Turnover on downs. So a 1st and 10 here for the Vikings. Jacobs here taking again over the duties of quarterback. This is his 2nd straight series here. They got to go 93 yards to get a touchdown. Handoff there goes to, looks like Austin Chase. That's his first carry for the game. Correction, that's Schaus. So we'll gain a 3 there for Schaus. It's going to be 2nd down and 7. Tight end to the near side, 2 receivers up top. Here on 2nd and 7 for the Vikings. Jacobs in at quarterback, barking out, gets the snap. He's going to keep it around the left side. 2 Elmhurst guys are there to stop him. Probably a gain of about 2 on that play. Ogabor and Haasman in on the stop, as well as Bursiaga and Sean Kelly. So 3rd down and about 5 for the Vikings here. Big play for the Elmhurst defense. Got to come up with a stop here to keep this thing close. 4:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 17-7 the score from Langhorse Field. Ball's on the 13, left hash. Jacobs gets the snap. He looks. He's looking to throw. He's got a guy deep, and that's almost intercepted by Bursiaga. Good tip there, though, and the ball lands on the ground. The intended receiver was Hennessy. Incomplete pass. Augie's got a punt. So a good stand there by Elmhurst to force the 3-and-out after coming up short on their own little drive. And now you got a good opportunity here for good field position as Gaines is back deep for the Jays. Alex Bryan, the punter from Kewanee, Illinois, punting for the Vikings. Snap's good. Kick away, and Gaines is going to get it at his own 40. Good swarm there by the Vikings. Looks like Elmhurst was trying to do a block there and not set up a return, as there was about 6 Vikings there to cover up Gaines right away. But they have good field position here to start this drive. 1st and 10 for the Jays at their own 40-yard line. So if they moved the ball as well as they did the last series. They got plenty of time here. 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. 17-7 the score. Augustana up on Elmhurst. Trips to the far side. Brockman in the H-back position on 1st down. Give is to Holloway over the left side. He's got plenty of running room up the middle of the field to the Augustana 47-yard line, and another 1st down on a great piece of running by Ben Holloway. You're seeing a lot of outside runs here by the Jays. These sweep plays are working really well out of the gun, but then the last time they ran a sweep play under center was the tossed out to Brock Bethke that got stopped by the Augustana defense. So 1st and 10 here for the Jays at the 48-yard line. 3:30 to go here in the third quarter. Mamager and Jones and Brockman to the near side. Austin up top for the Jays. Give again. Nope. Hernandez keeps it. Good read by Hernandez. He's going to pick up about 6 yards, and you got a flag on the play, though. That comes in a little bit late. Could be a hold. So the ball is right now at the 43-yard line. But it looks like we got a hold here on the Jays, and that's what it is. So that'll back them up 10 yards. Great crowd on hand here today. I was driving up about an hour before kickoff, and parking lot across the street was full. All the other auxiliary parking lots on campus were full, and we got a great crowd here on homecoming. 3:10 to go here in the third quarter. So it's 1st and 17 from the Elmhurst 45-yard line. After the holding penalty on the Jays. 2 receivers at the far side. Gaines goes in motion, and we got an illegal motion penalty on the Jays. So that'll back another 5 yards up. So it'll be 1st down and now 22. And the ball spotted where this drive originally started at the 40-yard line. Gaines comes out. Jones goes in. 2:44 to go here in the third quarter. Trips to the near side. You got Brockman, Jones, and Mamager. Hassan Austin to the far side. Pistol look here for the Jays. Snap. And you got a good tunnel screen here. Mamager with the catch, and he's going to get closer to the original line of scrimmage, up to about the Elmhurst 48-yard line. As his helmet comes off, he's going to have to come out for a play, and Dobchik goes in. So a gain of about 8 there. It's going to be 2nd down and 14 now for the Jays. Ball still on the Elmhurst side of the 50 at the 48-yard line. 2:03 to go here in the third. 17-7 your score. Homecoming 2017 here from Langhorse Field. Elmhurst and Augustana in a good CCIW conference game. Twin receivers to the near side. Brockman, the H-back, up top, as well as Austin. Brockman goes in motion. And play action, Hernandez looks downfield, has Jones, and he can't hold on to it. And that was nearly intercepted by Trevon Aldridge. Luckily for Elmhurst, that falls incomplete. Now it's 3rd and 14. Jones, again, the intended receiver there. He's a freshman from Springfield. Hernandez looking at the sidelines. Hernandez, again, he's a junior from Peoria, all-conference performer for the Jays last year. $10 on the play clock here. Elmhurst has to hurry. Trips to the far side. Austin to the near side here on 3rd and long. Holloway, the running back, to the right of Hernandez. Hernandez takes the snap, looks downfield. He's pressured and sacked. Number 92, Xavier Hawley, in on the stop, and that's going to make Elmhurst punt. So after a 1st down and a couple penalties, Elmhurst only moves the ball 1 yard from the original line of scrimmage to start that drive, and it's going to be 4th and long from the 41. Casanova to punt. And it looks like Devin Haxby's back deep for the Vikings. End over end punt takes a delicate stop there at about the 30-yard line, 29-yard line, where it's eventually down by Chris Ivers. So the Vikes will get the ball 1st and 10 here from the 29. 47 seconds to go here in the quarter. So the last couple of series for the Vikings, we have seen Alec Jacobs in at quarterback. And he is still in there for the Vikings. Ryan Petra, the tailback. Two receivers to the top of the screen for the Vikings. Petra shifts over to the right side, and he takes the handoff from Jacobs, and he gets to about the 34-yard line before he's taken down by Mike Dickin. About a second separating the play clock and the official game clock. They don't need to run a play if they don't have to, but they're going to line up to the ball here on 2nd down and 5. Now it looks like they're just going to run this thing dead. Players stand up, and that's going to be about it. So we have reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and another fast-moving quarter at that. 3 in the books here from Langhorse Field. The score, Augustana 17, Elmhurst 7. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. This is BlueJayTV.com.
Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
I'm close to everything.
I need a great school at a great price.
I'm learning about myself and my role in the world.
I love a challenge.
I'm dreaming big,
but feel totally at home. I want an education with meaning.
I want to be a champion for others. I made connections for life.
I'm ready for the real world. Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
To reach my full potential.
Back at Langhorse Field for the 4th quarter between the Vikings of Augustana and the Blue Jays of Elmhurst College. I'm Jeff Torzeski, up in the booth here at Langhorse Field.
15 minutes on the clock, please.
15:50 to start this clock, but no, we're getting that fixed up here. And we are set to begin. 2nd down and 5 from the 34-yard line for Alec Jacobs and the Augustana offense. Jacobs play action. He's got Petra out of the backfield. Gets past the stick at the 40-yard line. It's going to be close to a 1st down. So after the 3rd quarter, statistically, Elmhurst rushing the ball again, 103 yards on the ground for Orlando Hernandez, 64 for Ben Holloway. Jacobs with 49 for Augie, and Petra has 42.
Officials timeout on the field.
Through the air, Orlando Hernandez, 9 of 16 for 76 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Luke Blyer, 4 for 6 for 50 yards, and Alec Jacobs, 3 of 6 for 24 yards. So it looks like the chain is looking to get placed back on, and might need a little bit of tape to fix that. So this slows down the pace of this game so far. Again, this through 3 quarters, it's been a fast-moving game. Augie with the ball for 21 minutes, 39 seconds. Elmhurst 23 minutes, 21 seconds. So again, very even. Most teams moving the ball on the ground quite a bit. First downs, Elmhurst has 13 and Augustana has 8. Big stat, though, is this one, the 3rd down conversions. Elmhurst, 1 of 8. Augustana, 4 of 10. But the key one there, as well as the 4th down conversions, Elmhurst 0 for 1 on that goal line stand by the Augustana defense. So we're ready to go here. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. 2 running backs in the backfield. Jacobs is going to keep it. He's going nowhere. Big stop on the play there by Romaine Richards.
Richards with the tackle for the Blue Jays.
Richards doing a really good job on the interior line there for the Jays. Elmhurst typically a 3-down front, but they got some athletes to bring a couple more in if needed, but you'll see mostly a 3-odd stack from this Elmhurst defense. 2nd and 11. Sprint out here for Jacobs, and he's got his receiver wide open on the far side. That looks like Hennessy. and he's down to the 45-yard line. So a 15-yard gain there and a first down for the Vikings. Spotted at the 46-yard line of Elmhurst. So Augustana is in Blue Jay territory here early in the fourth quarter. Looks like we're having a few more issues with the chain here, and we have another official's timeout. 13:52 to go here in the fourth quarter. 17-7 again the score. Augustana in the lead over Elmhurst. Might have to go to the equipment room and grab another chain here if we're going to continue to have some issues here, but plenty of trainer tape down there too to fix this as well. So again, that time of possession battle has really been a stalemate. Everybody's about as close as they can be for that. Elmhurst at 23 minutes, and Augustana probably now, after the first couple minutes here of this quarter, probably right about the same. So looks like they got it set up again. We'll see how long this one lasts and before it busts again. But 1st and 10 here for the Vikings. Just outside the Elmhurst 45. Two running backs in the backfield for the Vikings again. Alec Jacobs, the quarterback. Snap to Jacobs. He's going to give it on the right side. A really nice piece of running, and the ball's on the ground, and it looks like Elmhurst has it. Bursiaga has it for the Jays. It's 1st and 10 Elmhurst. So a really strong run there by Austin Choss. But he gives it up at the last second, and Elmhurst is going to have the ball. 1st and 10 going the other way. And we have an official's timeout for an injury. But a really strong run there by Augie. Unfortunately, coughs it up, and Elmhurst is going to have the ball at their own 39-yard line. So Mike Dickin comes up big, stripping the ball out of there for the Jays. Dickin's having a very good senior season for Elmhurst. Defensively, second on the team in tackles with 26 overall. Going into the game today, Elmhurst leading tackler Brandon Dominski had 32 tackles, but he had an injury, so out for just this week. Talked to some of the assistant coaches before the game, and should be just 1 week of an injury, more or less precautionary. And again, starting in his place, freshman Storm Miller. So injuries kind of plaguing both teams a little bit here this week. We see some injuries on the field for both teams, but then again, in practice this week, a couple injuries for Elmhurst. Austin McKellar, the slot receiver, he was injured on Tuesday and unable to play this week, but likely to go next week as well. So the injured Viking, Kyle Copeland, off the field on his own power. And Elmhurst will start 1st and 10 at their own 39. Trips to the far side. Austin by himself here on the bottom of the screen. Holloway, the running back. Give again to Holloway over the right side. Spins away. Gets up the field. He's got room. He's got lots of room into Augie territory down to the 39-yard line. Great run, great patience there by Ben Holloway, and a great spin to elude that first defender. And he's got himself a first down and a 20-yard gain on 1st and 10 for Ben Holloway. So Elmhurst doing a good job moving the ball on the ground game. Not a lot showing for it on the scoreboard so far. Plenty of time here, 13:05 to go. 17-7, Elmhurst on the move. Jones checked himself out, so Dobchek takes his place in the slot on the top of the screen. Brock Bethke in at running back. Bethke gets the carry, powers his way up the middle, gets about 3 or 4 before he's taken down by a host of Vikings. They're going to give him 3 yards, and the whistle blows for an official timeout. And it looks like a helmet came off. Yes, it did. Kyle Connor will have to come out of the ball game for a snap. They're going to give Bethke 2, so it's going to be 2nd and 8 from the Augie 37. Again, Elmhurst moving the ball very well on this defense, but turnovers have been costly, as well as a tough stop by the Vikings defense. Doubles here on the top and the bottom of the screen on second down. Deep dropper Hernandez. He looks left over the middle. He's got Brockman wide open, and he can't hang on. That would have been 6, folks. Great throw by Orlando Hernandez to find Brockman, beating both of those safeties over the top. Just couldn't hang on. And instead of 6 points for Elmhurst, that drop leads to a 3rd down and 8 now. But a good find, good protection up front too. Orlando Hernandez had plenty of time to find Brockman, who just couldn't hang on. So you got 3rd and 8 now for the Jays. Ball on the 37-yard line. Doubles to the top and the bottom of the screen. Bethke, the running back. Hernandez. Another good pocket there for the Jays. Mamager's got it. Great catch there. Good protection. Another 1st down to the 20-yard line on the catch by Jacob Mamager, the junior from Rock Falls. Can't say enough about that pocket, though. That's 2 straight plays where Orlando Hernandez had plenty of time to scan the field. And Mamager comes up big on the catch. 1st and 10 now from the 21-yard line. Gains into the game now for the Jays on the far side. Trips to the near side with Brockman. And Bethke's the running back. Give is to Bethke. He's around the left edge. Good pursuit there by Devin Haxby of the Vikings. And he's only going to get about a yard, or he's actually going to lose a yard. Not good blocking on the perimeter there by the Jays, as Haxby was able to get off the block and make the stop on Bethke to make it 2nd and 11. Now ball's on the 22-yard line. 11:13 to go here in the 4th quarter. Gains to the near side by himself. Trips up top. Mamager, Jones, and Brockman. Holloway back in the game. Good pocket again. He's got Brockman this time up top, and he comes down with it at the 2-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and goal on the catch by Matt Brockman. A little bit of redemption there, as he could have caught a touchdown just a few moments past, but a good throw on the money. And Brockman, he's not going to be able to get out jumped by too many guys in this league. Very versatile tight end. The junior from Elmhurst went to Montini. Gives the Jays 1st and goal from the 2. Hernandez under center. He's got 2 tight ends. He's also got Holloway. What are they going to do here? He's going to keep it, and he gets gobbled up right away on the quarterback sneak.
Hernandez, the ball carrier.
So a Q sneak there, and Edens is going to come off the field. So 1 tight end's off the field. We might go with a 2 running back look here for the Jays, as Holloway and Bethke are in now with 10:07 to go here in the 4th quarter. Need to score 1 quick here. Plenty of time, though, and a good defensive stand, and Elmhurst will be back in this game as well. 17-7 the score. So 2nd and goal from the 2. Gains by himself on the top of the screen. Brockman and Mamager at the bottom. And the backs split Hernandez. Flare out to Bethke, and he's going to get in easily. Touchdown. Great patience by Hernandez. Scans the 3-step, and both running backs were out of the backfield. And Brock Bethke, the sophomore from Jenison, Michigan, scores the touchdown, and the Jays are back in this one. Another good drive, though. Steady dose of the run game, really helping the Elmhurst offense. And with 9:41 to go here in the 4th quarter, Bailey's got a chance here to make it a 3-point game. Snap good, placement good. The kick is off the upright, and it is going to be no good. So a little bit of pressure there on the near edge by the Vikings. That could be a costly one, though, folks. There's 9:41 to go. It's 17-13. After a 2-yard pass from Orlando Hernandez to Brock Bethke, though, the Jays are inching closer. good to see this Elmhurst run game really kind of kicking in a notch. And it's been a little bit of attrition for the offensive line here for Elmhurst as they've battled through a few injuries. They're still a little bit young. That offensive line's anchored by Garrett Underwood, 3-year starter. He went to South Dade High School down in Florida. He won an 8A state championship when he was a senior, and that's good football. And he was a starter on that team. Pat Walsh is another senior on that Elmhurst offensive line, as is Jeremy Allen. Jeremy's a first-year starter, though. Pat and Pat's been the starter for 2 years now, so a little bit of young, Underwood and Walsh carry that offensive line great, though, and that was really good protection throughout that whole series. Key play on that drive, though, again, Matt Brockman, great catch to bring it down to the 2-yard line. They're spreading the love with the ball this week, Elmhurst is. A lot of contribution. So Bailey's set to kick off here.
Bailey to kick it away for the Blue Jays.
Aldridge back deep for the Vikings, as is Cannon. And this one's going to go to Cannon at about the 11-yard line. He's up to the 20, 25, and he's cut down by Mike Dickin. Mike Dickin's been all over the place defensively and on special teams for the Jays. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Ball's going to be at the 29-yard line. 9:35 to go, fourth quarter. Augustana 17, Elmhurst 13. Jacobs back in at quarterback for the Vikings. He's really kind of solidified his spot throughout the second half. Couple of tight ends for the Vikings. 2 receivers at the bottom of the screen. Handoff's going to go to Pitcher. He gets up the middle before he's taken down by Nixon. Call it a 7-yard gain on the play.
Nixon there for the Blue Jays.
Ball's up at the 36-yard line.
Gain of 7 on the play.
Augustana taking their time a little bit here. Again, 2 tight ends. Receiver split, bottom and top of the screen. Picture of the running back. Give this to him, left side. He gets the first down up to about the 43-yard line. And the clock stops on the first down with 9:01 to go. So you're seeing a little bit more of a between the tackles power game here by the Augustana offense. We'll be looking to just run the ball here with under 9 minutes to go. Petra, the tailback, gets the handoff left side. Cuts one way, takes a spin, and gets only about 2 yards there. And Mike Dickin in on the stop, as well as Ogabor and Miller for the Jays. So about a 3-yard gain there for Petra. It's 2nd down and 7 for Augie. Ball's on the 46-yard line of Augustana. 2 tight ends, again. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Petra, the running back. He's to the right of Jacobs. Play action here. He's got plenty of time. He's going to pick it and run himself, and he's getting taken down from behind at the 49-yard line by Romaine Richards. So it's going to be a 3rd down now here for the Vikings. Just on the Elmhurst side. I'm sorry, the Augie side of the 50. Big play here for the Elmhurst defense. 7:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. 17-13 the score. 3rd and 4 for the Augustana Vikings on their own 49-yard line. They take 1 tight end out. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. They're under 10 seconds on the clock here. They're going to have to get this one off. And a whistle is blown, and we have a timeout taken by the Vikings. So that's their first one of the half. Elmhurst has all 3 of theirs still remaining. On this big play here, 7:22 to go, fourth quarter. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Vikings. So the first few plays of that drive, they went 2 tight end and basically just ran some inside zone stuff right at the Elmhurst defense. And last play, they had a couple of more skill guys out there, so it'll be interesting to see what they line up with here. Augustana coming into the game again, 0-4, looking for their first win of the season. Elmhurst 1-3, looking to go 2-1 in the CCIW. So here we go. Looks like a couple more skill set guys out for the Vikings. 2 receivers to the top of the field. Looks like Donald's up there in the slot for the Vikings. Petra, the running back. To the right of the quarterback, Alec Jacobs here on third down. Crowd getting after it here at Langhorse Field. Motion there by the H-back. Here's the snap. It's a bad snap, and it's direct, and there's not going. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's still going down to the Elmhurst 40-yard line on a busted play. Ryan Petra still picks up the first down for the Vikings, and that is a backbreaker of a play, folks. A bad snap, a tackle in the backfield that was there that was missed, and now it's first down, and now they're moving tempo a little bit. Quarterback's going to keep it. Jacobs over on the left side. He's got room. Gets to about the 33-yard line, and it's going to be second and short now for the Vikings. So as soon as they pick up that first down, they go right back to the line of scrimmage, run up a quick play. And now it's second down and short, under 7 minutes to go. Heartbreaking play there, though, for Elmhurst. They had the stop. It was a bad snap to begin with, and a tackle behind the line of scrimmage, but now it's a 2nd and 1 for the Viking offense. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Petra, the running back, to the right of Jacobs. Handoff goes to Petra. He slips, and he's going to be close to the first down, right at the stick at the 31-yard line. So a gain of 1. And it's going to be 3rd and 1 now for Augie. Ball just outside the 31-yard line. Elmhurst going to need to stop Augustana here from scoring 6. Field goal, they're still in it, but we're under 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Snap to Jacobs, tackle behind the line of scrimmage there was Petra, but he dives forward to get the first down. So Caden Barr was in on the initial stop. Looked like he almost had him wrapped up behind the line there. Great job penetrating by Barr, but it's going to be a first down on a tough run there by Ryan Petra. Ball's at the 30 now for the Vikings, and they're taking their time. 18 on the game clock, 5:33 to go here, fourth quarter. 17-13 the score. Augustana up front with the ball and driving. Petra, the running back, behind Alec Jacobs. He's going to take the snap over to the left side. Couple of Jays are there, and he's only good for about 2 yards there. Good swarm tackle there by the Jays. Miller was in there, as well as Burciaga on the 2-yard gain there for the Vikings. So 2nd down and 8, we'll call it, from the 28-yard line. One tight end and an H in for the Vikings. Peter shifts over to the left side. He's going to fake it, and the quarterback Jacobs is going to keep it up the middle. Spins, gets a first down and more. Inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line. Ball was on the ground there, but the referee had already called it dead. 1st and 10 again for the Vikings. So 4:35 to go now. Ball on the 17. Vikings in no hurry here. So they line up with a tight end and an H. Hand off to Petra. Kept actually there by Jacobs around the left side, and he gets smashed up pretty good there by Joe Nixon.
Okafor along with Nixon on the stop.
2-yard gain on the play there.
Gain of 1 on the play.
Call it 1. So it's going to be 2nd and 9. Ball on the 16. Just under 4 minutes to go. So Petra's been the bulk of this series so far for the Vikings. H trips to the near side. Single receiver up top is Hennessy. Tight end goes in motion. Hand off to Petra up the middle. Good run there, and down to about the 10. Call it the 9. So it's going to be another 3rd and short here for the Vikings. So you had a 2nd and long. Running back able to rip off a very good run. And now it's another 3rd and short here for the Vikings. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Petra again the running back. Jacobs the quarterback. He's going to give it to Petra, and he's stood up, but he's going to get enough for the first down. The ball's going to be at the 6-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for Augie. 2:36 to go now, 4th quarter. 17-13 the score. Two tight ends into the game for the Vikings. 2 receivers to the top of the screen. Petra still in at running back. He's had a heck of a drive so far here for Augie. Tight end shifts, and we'll go in motion here. Play clock under 5. Hand off to Petra up the middle, and he's stalemated there. Right at about the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of about 1 on the play. Clock still running, though, under 2 minutes now. Elmhurst still has all 3 timeouts. 2nd and goal now from the 4. Jacobs still in the gun here. 2 tight ends. Petra to the left of Jacobs. 7 on the play clock. Handoff's going to go to Petra, and he's in the end zone for an Augustana touchdown. That drive was all him. 4-yard run to cap it, and it's now 23-13 Augustana with 1:21 to go here in the ball game. Stitz on now for the extra point to make it an 11-point game here for the Vikings. Snap good, placement good, kick is in the air, and good. So a timeout on the field with 1:21 to go. An 11-point lead now for Augustana. Riding the coattails there of the running back, Ryan Petra. A good day for him, the junior from Geneseo. So Elmhurst is going to have to go quickly here. They have all 3 timeouts. They're down 11, a quick score, an onside kick, and hopefully another quick score. But obviously time's a factor here. 1:21 to go. So again, on the kickoffs here for Augie, it's usually been a short kick. I would imagine doing something similar to that again. You got Gaines there back deep, but chances are this one might go to one of the up backs. Bethke back there, as well as Ivers and Jones and Holloway. Check that, Hassan Austin back deep as opposed to Jones. Jones was banged up a little bit earlier on in the 4th quarter, so. Stitz to kick here, though, from the 35 with 1:21 to go.
Jacob Stitz
Here's the run up and the kick. It's going to be a high one that Austin's going to have to run up under, and he does, at the 30-yard line, and he stood up at about the 33. And on the stop there for the Vikings was Brendan Rowan. He's a freshman from Elmhurst, a Montini grad. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Jays with 1:18 to go here in the fourth quarter. They got the ball at the 33-yard line. Gonna have to act quickly. Hernandez in at quarterback. You got Gaines and Mamwisher near side here. Austin and Brockman, the receivers. Holloway to the left of Hernandez here on 1st and 10. Sprint out here, good protection off the edge. Hernandez in trouble, gets downfield, and the pass is incomplete, intended for Gaines, who was open, just a little bit underthrown there. Sprinting out to the left with a right-handed quarterback's a little bit tough sometimes because you got to stop and replant your feet. So that ball was a little bit underthrown, but he did have an open Gaines. Now it's 2nd down and 10 with 1:09 to go here in the fourth. (24-13) your score. Augustana up front. Doubles look here from Elmhurst. Hernandez back deep. Pressure on the outside. Looks to throw, and that pass is complete to Gaines up to about the 47. 46 he stepped out. So a 1st and 10 for the Jays here with 1:04 to go. Gonna have to act quickly again. Ball on their own 46. Still huddling here with 1:04 to go. Twins on top and bottom again here. Doubles look for the Jays. Holloway to the right of Hernandez here on 1st and 10. Hernandez drops, scans the field. He's got room to run up front. He's looking downfield. He's going to take off.
Hernandez, the ball carrier, chased out of bounds.
So he gets into Augie territory at about the 47-yard line. Clock stops again as he goes out of bounds with 57 seconds. So it's about 2nd down and 4. With the clock stopping, they huddle up again here. Gaines up top by himself, trips to the near side. Austin Mamwisher and Brockman. Deep drop from Hernandez, scans the pocket, he gets rid of it. Good pressure there by the Vikings. Gaines was the intended receiver. Grant Burnt, the senior from Arlington Heights, with the pressure for the Vikings. So you got 3rd down and 4 from the 47-yard line. 52 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Augustana up 11, and it's getting close to being done here from Langhorse Field. Again, Augie looking for their first win of the year. And Elmhurst looking for their 2nd win in the CCIW. Hernandez sprint out to the left side. Sets, pumps. He's got to take off. He had nothing downfield. Good coverage there by the Vikings. Looks like he went out right at about the 45-yard line.
First down for Elmhurst.
And they're actually going to spot him inside the 45 at the 44, and it's going to be a 1st down for the Jays. So on the 44, pretty close to the stick call there by the official, but it gives Elmhurst a new set of downs with 44 seconds to go here. Trips to the far side. You got Dobchek, Brockman, and Gaines. Mamwisher down here by himself, and Holloway in the backfield. Hernandez to throw. Steps up in the pocket, rifles one deep. He's got Mamwisher and cannot get the ball. Good coverage there downfield by the Vikings. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 on the 44-yard line. Zach Stewart in on that coverage there for the Vikings. Trips to the top of the field. Austin by himself down here on the bottom on 2nd down. Snap to Hernandez. He's going to chuck one to the end zone. He's got Brockman, but that comes up short, tipped away, and broken up by number 29, Capel, the freshman from Wheeling. And it's now 3rd down, 29 seconds to go. Jays are going to need a miracle here as the clock definitely a factor now with under 30 seconds. So a couple of shots to the end zone here have turned out of nothing. One more shot here on 3rd down. Doubles formation, Hernandez back to throw. Good pocket again over the top. That one's complete. Tipped about 4 times and caught by Gaines. We were just waiting for that one to fall. And he gets down to about the 23. Elmhurst calls timeout with 22 seconds to go.
Timeout Elmhurst. That is their 2nd charge timeout.
So that was definitely their first charge timeout. The referee was wrong. So they're going to have a fresh set of downs here at the 23-yard line. You know, looking at the schedule here, again, Augustana coming into the game 0-4, but losing to a perennial, you know, good team out east in SUNY Cortland. They lost 34-32 to Cortland. Lost to Central, one of the best teams in the Iowa League, 33-22. Lost to an improving Carroll team, 28-25, and then lost to Carthage last week by a little bit bigger of a margin, but again, Carthage, one of the top teams in the CCIW the last couple of years. So they're in their ball games. No surprise here that it was a close one. 24-13 the score. 1st and 10 here for the Jays. Hernandez in the drop. Good protection again. He's got Mamager, and there's some pass interference. Little bit of a shove there on the back end of that play, but definitely enough to draw the flag there on Ingardona, the cornerback there for the Vikings. So a 15-yard penalty. It's going to give the Jays the ball inside the red zone now. It's going to be 1st down and goal. Ball's going to be at the 8-yard line, left hash. 16 seconds to go. So a quick score here, an onside kick, and hopefully a prayer. Might be a chance here. 1st and goal here from the 8. After that pass interference call on Ingardona. Trips to the top of the screen. Brockman, Gaines, Mamager. Austin to the bottom of the screen here. Check for that slant maybe to Austin. Sure. There's another one to the corner of the end zone and caught by Brockman for the touchdown. That's Brockman's 2nd of the day. And with 11 seconds to go, an 8-yard pass from Hernandez to Brockman makes it a 1-score game. Now it's 24-19 with 11 seconds to go. Looks like they're going to go for 2 here.
Matt Brockman with the catch for the Blue Jays.
Again, Brockman's 2nd touchdown catch of the day. So the 2-point conversion coming up next here for the Jays to make it a 3-point game. Gaines and Mamager to the top of the screen. Austin, Brockman in motion. And it looked like Brockman failed to get set because we're going to have an illegal motion penalty here on the Jays. So that'll back them up 5 yards.
5-yard penalty. Repeat the try.
And it looks like they'll keep the offense on the field. Go for 2 here still. Edens checks into the game for the Jays for Gaines. So a couple of tight ends here. So the ball at about the 9-yard line here on the 2-point conversion try. 24-19 the score. Indeed, 2 tight ends here, Edens, and actually Brockman's going to split out here. Holloway to the right of Hernandez. Brockman in motion. They're going to run it. Holloway gets tripped up there by Austin Nice, and the attempt is no good. So with 11 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter, it's 24-19 Augustana. Clearly an onside kick coming up here for the Jays for the only opportunity to make this thing a ball game. They're going to have to do it quick. So coming up next week around the CCIW, Augustana will play host to the Titans of Illinois Wesleyan. And Elmhurst will travel up to Waukesha, Wisconsin to take on an improved Carroll team, who again 1-1 right now in the CCIW. So Augie anticipating the onside kick with their hands team out. A lot of skill numbers up front there for the Vikings. And Bailey will attempt here from the 35. Here's the ball game, folks.
Bailey to kick it away for the Blue Jays.
And that goes only about 5 yards. So Augustana is going to come up with this one. They'll be able to run out the last 11 seconds.
Flag on the play.
So 11 seconds to go, 24-19 the score.
Kicking team, the ball be please set the spot where it went out of bounds.
So Augie's going to get the ball at the Elmhurst 39. And they will close this one out. Again, a quick moving game here this afternoon from Langhorse Field. Both teams using the run to their advantage. Both teams ran the ball very well today. Augustana took advantage of a couple of short fields, and they get their first win of the year. Clock runs out here from Langhorse Field. Again, final score, the Elmhurst Blue Jays downed by the Augustana Vikings, 24-19. And again, next week, Augustana will be hosting Wesleyan, and Elmhurst will be driving up to Waukesha to take on the Carroll Pioneers. I'd like to thank you for joining us today during the homecoming festivities. Again, I'm Jeff Torzeski. Thanks for watching BlueJayTV.com. Have a good rest of the weekend.